what is a framework, how many types of frameworks we have in the market, and how you explain to interviewer about a framework. Framework, framework, framework. See that meaning. We don't go with any new concepts here. Whatever we learned so far, we are going to mix them everything. But framework, general way. Suppose I want to use my vehicle. For example, I have one vehicle. I want to use vehicle for long period of time. Generally, I want to use for 20 to 30 years. What we should do? What required for?
Maintenance.
There should be a proper maintenance, right? 100%. Then only we can use it for long period of time. Without proper maintenance. What is maintenance? Modifying, oil changing. So any issues you have, modifying it. This is called maintenance, giving for repairing, right? That is the reason we are able to use that particular vehicle for long period of time. Why do we have if you take your grandparents' photos, why do we have a frame for that photos? Why don't you have only photo without frame?
Protect it from damage.
It will protect it from
Any damage.
any damages, right? Then only we can use it for long period of time. We can see that photo for long period of time. If there is no frame, within 1 year or within 2 years, it may corrupt. So the same way, framework also. What is framework now? I want to construct one framework which I should use for long period of time. Means I should able to reuse it for multiple projects, multiple versions. If I want in such a way, if I want to use that particular framework in such a way, what we should do, there should be a proper structure. You have to create a proper structure. There should be a proper implementation. Excuse me. There should be a proper folder structure. That means the structural way to implement the scripts for better maintenance is known as framework. The structural way to implement the scripts for better maintenance. Maintenance means what? When I write a script, after 2 years or 10 years, it should be easy to analyze it. It should be easy to update for me. And it should be easy to execute the script. And I should be easy to get reports also. Then what to do? Maintain a proper systematic way. How we get that systematic way? Go with proper structure. Yes or no?
Yes.
So who is going to design frameworks in real time? Means frameworks are designed by experts like your leader, your manager will decide. They'll decide the framework. In real time, this is the first process we follow here. We don't bother about all this. We are learning course that we discuss everything. So what is a framework? Means a framework define set of rules or best practices which we can follow in a systematic way to achieve the desired results. The structural way to implement the script for better maintenance is known as framework. It should be easier. Anytime after 10 months, I should know, oh, so-and-so class available in so-and-so package. Oh, yes, such package contains so-and-so methods. Such class contains so-and-so methods. We don't write differently every time. For every version, we don't write different structure. We follow same structure. What we're doing so far, everyday class, what we're doing here, everyday class, we are creating our own package name and we're writing one class name and we're executing it. Yes or no? That's what we're doing every day. But that's not allowed in real time. No, we don't do that. Everybody, whatever guidelines given by your team lead, whatever guidelines given by your manager, whatever guidelines given by your client, you have to go according to that guideline document. You study that document, they'll send you one document for framework. What practices we have to follow, what rules we have to define. Rules in the sense how the class name should be maintained, what naming conventions are to be maintained, what the package names you have to maintain, what the structure we have to maintain. They'll explain you very clearly in that guideline document. How many types of frameworks we have in the market? Yes, modular, data-driven framework, keyword-driven framework, hybrid framework. Modular framework, data-driven framework, keyword-driven framework, hybrid framework. These are the different types of frameworks. But real time, we don't use all these frameworks for one project. Any one framework will be choosing by your manager or leader or client. How do we choose framework for one project means? We choose framework for any project depending upon the types of the requirement, types of the availability of that project, and depending upon the data we pass, they'll identify the best framework. Why you want a framework first of all? Yes, I want a framework. Why means when you automate any project, healthcare, banking, web application, any application, when you automate one project, we perform different tasks, right? We use different tasks and we use different files like Excel files, Notepad files, property files, Excel files, different types of files we use compulsory. So when you're using this many files, when you're performing this many tasks on one project, what is required means I need to organize them in proper way. I need to manage them all that files in proper way. And I should complete them in a systematic way means I require a framework. So when you're working with one project, when you automate one project, you may go with different tasks. When you want to perform those tasks by you and by me, see, real time only one fellow will work in a company. No, 2-3 members works on the same files. 2-3 members works in the same class. If I do something, it should be easy for you to understand. If he is doing something, I should understand it easily. Don't do like what we did. So what we did so far is different from today. What we're doing is entirely different. Real time procedure we are following. So here, have you created any framework? They may ask you. If you're a beginner, say that, no, I did not get a chance to create a framework. Have used the framework which is already available. Existing framework we use. If you're an experienced tester, yes, I have created a framework. Or no, but I have involved in creation of a framework. If you know actual structure of framework, we can explain, yes, I created a framework. Or no, yes, I involved in the creation of framework. I helped to my leader or I helped my to client side also. You can tell them. What are the advantages by using automation framework? Yes, it will save time and money because automation testing is faster in execution. All of you know that. One of the very good advantages, reusability of the code. Create one time and execute multiple times. Yes or no? Create one time and execute multiple times with less or no maintenance. First time creating only takes long time. Second time creating will take long time. No. Why? Because we reuse the same code again and again. So automatically what will happen? We can reduce employees also. Easy reporting. Yes, generates automatic reports after execution. Easy for compatibility testing. Compatibility. It enables parallel execution in a combination of different operating systems and browsers environment also. Low cost maintenance. It is cheaper compared to manual testing in long run. Automation testing is more reliable. Automated testing is more powerful and versatile. It oftenly or mostly used for what? Regression testing. Supports execution of repeated test case again and again. Maximum coverages will be done. It helps us to increase your test coverage also. Okay. So different ways we can explain. mention the framework, mention the name of the framework which you are currently using or which you have hands-on experience. Yes, they may ask you. Answer should be already organization which I'm working for this using that particular framework. You tell them my company is already using hybrid framework or keyword driven framework or whatever may be. Or I have an experience on that particular framework. Or it's easy to handle all my scripts to execute and generate logs, screenshots, reports by using so and so framework. What are the most powerful tool available in the market? Means Selenium QTP. Why do you prefer Selenium tool? They may ask you. Yes, free and open source.
Free open source.
Have large user base and helping communities in the market. We can do cross-browser testing very easily using Selenium. We can go for platform compatibility also. It supports multiple programming languages. What type of test case do you pick up to automate? What type of test case do you pick up to automate? I focus on the test case which should be executed in repeated manner, such as regression test cases, smoke test cases, silent test cases. Yes or no? 100%. These test cases we have to go on executing repeatedly again and again, again and again. What type of test cases we don't pick up to automate? What type of test case you don't pick up to automate? Before picking up test case to automate, I do check whether application is stable or not. So based on this, I do not pick up test case when application under test changes frequently. And the test case which run rarely and run only once, one time, which I do usability and exploratory testing. Explain them. How many test cases you can automate per day? How many test cases we can automate per day? It depends on test case scenario complexity and the length. But I did automate 2 to 5 scenarios per day when the complexity is limited. Sometimes just one or few test scenarios in day when complexity is high. Everything answers are available with us. How do you build up object repository in your project? Already we learned one concept, property file. Do you remember? Do you remember property file concept, all of you?
Yes.
So using that, we can build up object repository in Selenium, and also POM concept also available. I'll discuss what that POM also. Okay. So first, let us create a new project for our framework, and let us close all these classes, what have we done. Let us create a new separate project. So when you are working in Selenium, you know all the concepts now. You want to create new project means you know what jar files required, right? See, first click on new Java project and give that project name as automation underscore frameworks. Click on finish button. All of you know that we'll have only JRE system and SRC folder, nothing more. And what are the jar files required? We want standalone server jar file. We want Apache Poet jar files. And we want extends report jar files. Yes or no? And when you create new project, you want to work with a test engine also. Then what to do under this project? If you want to work with test engine, we have to add library. In test library, we are adding test library here for general project. Compulsory. Without that, we cannot do anything. So first let me add. See, right click your mouse. Maintain all your jar files in one folder here. Better. Build path. Configure build path. Add external jars. I'll choose any one folder. I'll send you all the jar files in one folder so that you can add them at a time. So all the jar files, including standalone, Apache, everything. Okay. Maintain separate folder for that. So that, see, apply and close. Automatically, we get reference library, all the jar files, whatever required to your project. will be maintained here. Generally, before what we did, we added separately. We're learning course that we added separately. But we work with framework, we should add all of them. Next step, what the next step we should do for this project here? Add your TestNG library, compulsory. Without adding the test library, we cannot access your HTML reports and TestNG options also. Right click on your Jira system library, build path, configure build path, add library, select TestNG, click next, click finish, click apply and close. Now you're eligible to work with anything. And here I'm going to show you the structure, how you create structure here for one project. Any framework, we follow same structure. Any project we use, we follow same structure. Okay, na? Yes, I'll show one by one folder. First, I'll show creating folders. Why do we use folders? Generally, all of you know, I think. Why do we use folders here?
To maintain the data
Yeah.
in a systematic format.
No. Yeah. Generally, why do we create folders? Generally, to store your files.
Yes.
Only to store files or to store Java classes also?
Files.
Only files, right?
Yes.
Only file storing purpose, we use folders, not for Java classes. All of you know where we create Java classes. Okay, now see that. First, right click on your project, go to new folder. Just provide that folder name as test input. Click finish button. My question is, and your question is also, why we created test input folder? Remember, all of you, what type of files we store here is we store Excel files. Test input folder, we need to maintain Excel file to read data by Selenium during runtime. So far, what you're doing before class, data-driven framework, we stored in local system, right? No, from today, any Excel related information you have which you want to read by Selenium, you store it under this test input folder. Next, one more folder. Right click on your project, new folder, and give that folder name as test output. Make sure that you are giving T capital. How I'm writing, maintain the same folders. Real time, because it will be reused by number of people. Real time. Think about real time. You have to maintain folder names as it is. Finish off it. All of you know what is the purpose of this folder. This folder will store Excel file for storing your results. After execution of your test cases, it will maintain your Excel files and we can see your results under this folder. So this folder is for what? Storing data, to read data. And this folder is for what? To store
Output results.
output files, results files. These two folders. Next, right click on your project again, new folder. Give that folder name as property file. Give that folder name as property file and click on finish button. And all of you know why you create this folder and what we maintain, what type of files we maintain. Repository file.
Repository.
Properties, dot properties file to store your locators and all that. So anytime you want to store locators and all that, you have to write under this folder. We have to maintain under this folder. Next, right click on your folder, project, go to new folder and give that folder name as drivers. So far, generally what we're doing in general projects, I told you to copy down and paste your drivers under your project, right? G-code driver, Chrome driver.
Yes.
Now in framework, we don't do that. Under this folder, you have to copy down your drivers, Chrome driver, G-code driver. whatever drivers you are planning to work on your project, we have to store those drivers under this folder. Next, any other folders required? That's it, right? I repeat again. Test input folder will maintain Excel file for reading data. Test output folder will store Excel file for maintaining your results.
Results.
Property file folder will maintain your
Repository.
repository file. Drivers folder, we have to store your drivers. Whatever drivers we are going to use in your project, we have to store those drivers under this drivers folder. Okay, na? So these are the folders we require. Next, coming to packages. What we are doing daily class, we are creating our own package and we are writing our own thing and we are doing it, right? No, from today,
Yes.
we should not do that. We have common packages. Okay, we use common packages, not October 2nd to October 20. We don't go that way. Okay, so excuse me. What are the common packages we required? Is that select SRC folder, click on new package. First package name, give that package name as common functions. Common functions. All of you know, package will contain classes, right? When what we write under this package, what type of classes we maintain under this package means we maintain common methods. What are the methods we use commonly for your project? We store it under this common function package. Excuse me. WebDriver methods. All WebDriver, your application methods will be stored into this common function package. Next, select SRC folder, click on new package and give that package name as utilities. Maintain that package name as utilities. Click on finish button. Utilities. The methods which are not belonging to WebDriver. Yes, there are methods which are not belonging to WebDriver. For example, Excel methods. Excel methods are not belonging to WebDriver. Property file is also not belonging to WebDriver. So in that situation, what are the methods you want, right, which are not belonging to WebDriver? You maintain under this package utilities. Create a separate class for them and store your methods. Like Excel methods compulsory. Next, select SRC folder, click on package. Next package name is driver factory. Every day for running the scripts, what we did every day class, we are creating our own package name, we are creating our own class name and running the code. Because we are learning topic. But real time will work only with single framework. We don't go with the multiple frameworks. Any executable scripts you want write. Any executable scripts you want to write, you have to store it under driver factory. So driver factory package contains what classes here? Only executable classes. Your test engine classes are, Maven classes are, whatever executable code you want, we have to write it under driver factory package. Next, one more package we require. Click on this new package and give that package name as constants. Constant. Finish of it. Constant. Yes, there are some classes which are fixed. Like if you take TestNG, before methods, after methods, they are fixed. They don't change before what we call preconditions and post conditions. You write them under this constant class, under this constant package, sorry. Store such kind of classes under this constant package. They don't change. In that situation, we are using constant package. So any framework we use, these are the packages and these are the folders we require here. I repeat again. Common function package will store what it stores here. It will store all the function libraries, the methods against your application. Constant package will maintain constant class. Driver factory package will maintain what? It will maintain
Executable files.
executable classes. Whenever you want to execute any class, we have to come and write under driver factory. Utility package will maintain only Excel methods which are not belonging to WebDriver. Utilities means anybody can utilize those methods. Property file, Excel methods, write them separately. After 10 years also, after 5 years also, we'll go with the same packages. That's what framework means. Structure, proper structure. Now, if you ask a tester, go and modify utilities methods means what you'll do? Oh, you can directly go to utility package, you'll open that class and you can modify very easily. A tester, go and execute the script means where you write it? You'll write under driver
Executable.
factory.
Driver.
Driver factory package. A tester, go and modify the functions. Function libraries means where you'll modify, you'll go to common function
Common
package
functions.
and you'll open that class and you can. Easy to modify or not?
Yes.
Easy to maintenance or not? Anybody can modify, anybody can analyze it, anybody can update it, anybody can execute it. And also if I ask a go and tester, go and check your Excel file, go and change your data in Excel file means you directly go to test input folder. Tester, go and check your results means you'll go to test output folder, Excel files. So for every folder, for every package, there is a common things. Okay. And today, my requirement is, I don't want to keep on writing that Excel methods every day here. File input stream, output stream, workbook, sheet, all this. I want to overcome such problems. So what I will do today, I will create Excel methods separately. Where we write Excel methods here, we have to write under utilities package. Utilities package. Okay. Why I'm writing separate? Why I'm writing separately? So that
We can maintain easily.
yeah, we can maintain, but why you're writing them separately? So that we can reuse it them. We can reuse to anywhere. Anybody can reuse them.
Anytime.
Yeah, anytime we can reuse, anytime, any method you can call, whichever you want to call, whichever you want modify, you can modify very easily. Easy to maintenance, easy to write the code, easy to access also. So select this utility package. Click on Java class. All of you know how to create Java class. Select this package first. Click on Java class. And all of you, please maintain my class names, what I'm giving. Naming is important. Excel, E capital, Excel, file, U capital, util. See that the name given, the class name also, Excel, file, util. So they're writing Excel methods which can utilize. Anyone can utilize this classes, methods. No main methods. No main methods. We go only with Java classes. See where it is created? Under utilities package, your class has been created. See, when there is a dark color, we have to understand something inside it. When these colors are like this, you have to understand nothing, no class are inside that package.
Empty.
Empty, they are empty. Okay, now tell me how to write methods, Excel methods. I'll declare objects globally. Only one object I have, that is called workbook WB. Control space bar. Don't forget that. Control space bar. We need to import package for workbook interface compulsory, right? I'm using interface, no classes. Do you want declare WebDriver object or not?
No.
Why?
Doesn't contain WebDriver field methods.
Do you want write are you writing any WebDriver methods here?
No.
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 Only Excel methods. So no question of WebDriver, only Excel related. So here I'm going to write constructor. Constructor for reading Excel file. Constructor. What is a constructor? Why do we use constructor basically? Constructor is always used for initializing object for a class. Constructor is always useful for initializing object for a class. Constructor looks like a method. Constructor looks like a method, but it is not a method. But they are not methods. Constructor name and your class name. Constructor name and your class name should be same. Why? Because we want initialize object for Excel sheet. If you want to count rows, if you want to count columns, if you want to get data from Excel, if you want to write data in Excel, compulsory for everything we have to keep on giving the path of Excel or not? Is it possible to do anything in Excel without giving the Excel path?
No.
No. Not 100% not possible. So instead of writing in every method, instead of writing the path of Excel in every method, I am creating one constructor for that. So wherever you want to access that Excel path, you call initialize object for that constructor. That's what constructor name and your class name should be same. Remember, constructor should not contain any return type methods. I repeat again. Constructor should not contain any return type. Return type means void, string, into, boolean, no such things. Okay. So outright constructor now, access modifier is common. I am using public access mode. Public, my constructor name and my class name is also Excel file util. I am defining an argument for that. What that argument is? String Excel path. 100%. Only arguments, no values here. This is constructor. Your constructor name and your class name should be same or different?
Same.
Same. See that? Constructors looks like a method. Kada? It looks like a method, but it's not a method. Why are creating constructor here? For initializing object for the Excel path. How to get Excel path? All of you know. Come on. How to read Excel path? File, input stream. File input stream. Fi is equal to new file input stream. What path you define here? No Excel path, only argument. Excel path, argument. You call it and you define your path. I will call it. I will define my Excel path. Correct? So we define while writing methods, write only with arguments so that everyone can reuse it. From that Excel, we want to get workbook. How to get workbook? Object define our workbook. WB is equal to workbook factory. We have to use one class, right? Workbook factory dot create. From where creating that workbook from? F5. So this is what the constructor, nothing more than this. Add your superclass for this. Throws, throwable. That's it. So whenever you are planning to get the Excel path, create object. All of you know how to create object and define your path. That's it. Next, come out of this constructor. Don't say method. Come out of this constructor. Now method, we're writing method. Method for counting number of rows. Where? In a sheet.
In a sheet.
I want to count number of rows in a sheet. 100%. You may take Excel here. In that Excel, you may store some data. This Excel, you may store data. Like, I want to count number of rows in a sheet. What we're doing every day in a previous class, what we did, remember? In the previous class, the last class, what we did in Data driven framework. What is that? September? October 1st.
September 20.
October 1st. See, every day writing all these methods: file input stream, workbook, get sheet, get row. Huh? Excuse me. Do you mean that can you reuse these methods anywhere else?
No.
Is it possible to reuse these class methods? Not possible, right?
No.
So what type of script it is? It is standalone script. Standalone. Standalone means which cannot be
We
reused.
cannot recall.
We can't recall it. We can't call to any other class. Not possible. That is the reason I am writing separately, so that everyone can keep on calling wherever they require. To count the number of rows, what type of return type method we should write? Anybody? To count number of rows in a sheet, what return type method we need to write?
Get row number.
Int.
Integer type. Yes or no?
Yes.
Return type. We have to go with integer type. Why integer type? Counting rows is integer type only, right? How to write? Public
Int.
data type is int,
Int.
and method
Method
name
name is row count.
row count. R should be small, C should be capital, because I told you as per Java rules, method name, user defined method, system defined method, built-in methods, any method name first letter should go with small. That is the rule. From where you, how many arguments required here? Only one argument, that is argument called string sheet name. Because we count rows in sheet only. Return type. When you write return type methods, we have to use return statement, that all of you know that. Direct return. Return. Go to WB workbook. From that workbook, get sheet. Get sheet. Which sheet here? Which sheet?
Sheet.
Which sheet?
Sheet name.
Yes or no? Don't say login. Sheet name, arguments only define. You call it. You call and then define your sheet name. I will call, I will define my sheet name. Okay, these are all methods with arguments only. Sheet name dot get last row num. This is a method. Every day need not type all this. Simply, whenever you are planning to count number of rows in a sheet, what you do from today? Directly call this method. What is that method?
Row count.
Row count. Instead of writing all this nonsense again every time. Otherwise, we have to keep on writing file input stream, workbook, sheet, get row. No need of writing all this. Directly call this method, so that we can reduce lot of code. Remember method names. That is very important. Next, I want to count. Come out of the method. Many people they are writing inside that. Please come out of it. Come out of every method. See, open tag, close tag. Come out of it. Next method for counting number of rows in, number of cells, not rows. Number of cells in in
In a row.
first row. Always we count rows in cells in first row only. Why? Because headers. For counting rows, for counting cells in first row also, what return type method we should write, ma?
Int.
Public
Int.
data type is int. Cell count, seek small, seek capital again, cell count. Again for counting that also we have to use one argument. That argument is string sheet name. Only we count from that. Directly return statement. Return. Go to workbook. WB dot get sheet. Get sheet. Which sheet, ma?
Sheet.
Sheet name. In that sheet, we want get count rows first over there. So get row Which row?
Cell.
First row. First row means
Index
0,
number.
0, dot, get, last, cell, num. What is that 0?
0 is index number.
Index.
Yeah, 0 means why you are taking
Header.
0 here?
Count.
Because it starts with
First
0.
row header.
First row.
0, 1, 2,
Headers
3.
counting only we do. Headers counting only we do. Nothing more. So for that purpose, I'm giving 0 row. Anyway, you take first row will be always headers only, right? Next, how to get data from sheet? I want get username data. My username data sometimes may contain string type. Sometimes it may contain integer type also. Who knows? Sometimes my sheet may contain integer type. Some cells may contain integer type. Some cells may contain string type. First of all, how to get a data from a sheet? Right, separate method again. See, are you understanding all of you guys? Huh?
Yes.
Yes.
Method for getting
Data.
Data from
cell data. Method for getting cell data. Now, what type of return type method we should write for this?
String.
String type or integer type?
String type.
Let it be. Let your column contain integer type also. We know how to convert integer into string type. We discussed in a general class. Do you remember all of you? So I
Yeah.
want read string type data only. So my return type is public. There should be capital string get cell
Yes,
data method name. What is that get cell data name? Get cell data
Method name.
method name.
That's
What is cell count?
Method.
Method name.
What is row count?
Method name.
What is Excel file util?
The construct.
Class name.
Constructor name.
Class name. Okay, constructor name.
Constructor name. Okay. Constructor name and class name. That's what I'm saying. Don't confuse. So, see, that's what I written constructor. What the reason to write constructor there is, if you want to row count also, we require Excel path or not?
yes.
Without
Yes.
giving Excel path, can you count rows?
No.
No.
Without giving Excel path, can you count columns in row? Without giving Excel path, can you get data from Excel, from sheet?
No.
So, instead of defining the Excel path in every method, what I did? I create a constructor so that I can initialize the object when I'm calling it, that I can access to any of them. That's the reason I written constructor. Okay. Tell me arguments. How to get data from a sheet? Look at this and tell me. Arguments. Don't tell username password. Okay. Arguments I'm saying. For understanding, I'm given that. Arguments I want. First, we have to tell. I want read username column here. This column. I want to get this column data or this column data. First, we have to tell sheet name. So, first argument is what? String.
Sheet name.
Sheet name, comma. Next, in that sheet, first we have to tell in which row it is, right?
Int
Which
row.
row? Yes. So, in row is a
Integer.
integer type. Int row, comma. Next, in that row, which column data you want read? Which column data means
Int
int
column.
column. Are you understanding all of you? Yes or no? This is how we read data from a sheet here. First, we have to tell the sheet name. In that sheet name, in which row? In that row, which column? If my column contains string, integer type, how to convert them to string type?
No string.
First, we have to go with condition. First, if go to workbook, wb dot get sheet, which sheet ma?
Sheet name.
Dot get row dot get row. Which row it is? Which row it is? Row. We don't know which row it is. We're telling arguments. Row dot in that get cell. Which cell it is?
Column.
Column dot get cell type. Remember, get cell type equal to cell dot cell underscore type underscore numeric. If any cell contains integer type. So here to return my resultant value, I'm declaring one variable under this method string data is equal to null. Nothing will be stored. Nothing. To store this sheet data, the column data, I'm defining variable data. Okay. Come on. First, get that integer type column which you want to convert. Get that integer type column and store it to one variable. Integer cell data is equal to, I told you we have to use one casting. What that casting? Into type. It is double tap means if it's having double tap, it will should convert it integer type. Come on, get that column. Which column contains integer type? And store into cell data variable. Go to sheet. Go to workbook. WB dot get sheet. sheet name dot again
Get row of row.
get row of row. In that
Dot. Get cell
cell.
of column.
Get cell of column dot get
text.
numeric
X.
Get numeric cell value.
get numeric cell value.
Numeric cell value.
We are capturing numeric cell value. We are capturing numeric cell value in a sheet, in a row, in a column, and storing into which variable, ma? It's
Cell
storing
data.
into which variable? Cell data.
Cell data.
So what cell data contains now? Integer type. Yes or no? Yes or no? Cell data contains integer type, pure integer type. Now I want to convert them into string type. And I want store into this variable. Which variable? Data variable. My resultant value I store into data variable. So how to convert? Data is equal to convert the cell data into string type. String dot, I told you, string dot value of. Do you remember? Value of. Which one you're converting?
Cell data.
Cell data. Cell data. Now it has converted and store that string type into which variable, ma? Data variable. Data is holding what?
String.
String type data cell. String types data cell. If it is integer type, else. Kada? Else. What the else part? Sometimes my cell may contain string type. Kada? Read this cell type and store into this data variable again. Store that. Data is equal direct attack for reading string type data. Direct attack. Go to workbook dot get sheet. No conversion. Kada? Get sheet. Sheet name is sheet name dot get row.
Get row of row.
Row of row
Row.
dot
Gets
get cell
Get
of
cell.
column dot get string
Get cell
value.
value.
That's it. When else part executes, ma? When else part execute? Whenever
When it is
Selenium is
string type.
reading string type data. When if condition executes,
And it is numeric.
string
if any cell contains
Integer
integer type,
type.
it will convert that integer type into
String type.
string type and then read that. Where you want return that value, when you write return type method, where you should return for what we should return that value, for what you're returning that both column, both data, we're returning for what? Return for data. Data is a variable which is holding resultant type. Kada? See that? It is holding the string type data, it converting string type data and the string type column storing data variable. So return type should be data. This is for what? This method is for what? This method is for what?
Converting to string.
Getting the cell data.
No. Yeah, converts to okay.
Getting the cell data.
Getting the cell.
Whenever you want the data from a, whenever you want to get data from a cell, sorry, whenever you want to get cell data from a sheet, then you have to call this method. What that method we need to call? Get cell.
Get cell data.
You call it, you define your sheet name, you define your row number, you define your column number. Here, don't give any values. You call, I'll call, your colleagues, everybody, anybody can call, and they define their argument values. None of your business, kada? So this is for what? Reading purpose. And last method, very important method, is writing purpose. Selenium should come and write into the status column, writing. If it is pass, write as pass. Generally, if it is pass, write as pass. If it is fail, write as fail. Sometimes some test cases we may block. In that case, you should write as block. Not only writing pass failure, write as pass. See, it is not bolded, right? Write as pass, bold it. Selenium, not to you, Selenium, bold it. And take that color, green color. Whenever it is fail, bold this text. Bold the text. And color to red color. Easy to understand. Next, whenever you are blocking a test case, bold this text first and change it to some blue color. So that we can easily understand which test case pass, which test case fail. Formatting is important, that's it. We should do some formatting, that's it. Okay? First, write the text pass and bold the text and turn the text into green color, which is pass. Write the text fail, bold the text and turn that color into red color. Write the text as block, write the text as block, turn that color, bold the text and turn that color into blue color accordingly. Okay? So, what return type method we write? Method for what we are writing now? Method for
Writing data.
Writing data.
Writing data into Excel.
writing or setting.
Reason.
Set data. Set data means writing data. What return type method you want? Right? Tell me, guys. You tell me. I don't know.
File output.
Written type. Written type. I'm not asking Excel method. Written type. First, you write method.
String.
String type, Boolean type, integer type. You tell me. You tell me.
String.
String or integer?
String.
What you're doing?
String.
What you're doing?
Pass, fail.
Are you getting any value or are you writing a value?
We are writing a value.
Writing.
You are writing or are you
We are writing.
Are you returning any value for that?
We are writing.
We are writing. We are not returning any value, right? Whenever we don't return any value, what method we write?
String.
Public void type
Void.
method. No string, no integer kadamma. Writing the text ante doesn't mean that it's writing the text. We are writing the text and bolding. We are not returning any value there, writing it. So we are performing action. What action? Writing only. But we are not returning any value. So write one method for this. Set cell data. Set cell data means setting the data. Arguments. Come on, one by one. First, string.
Name.
First, string sheet name, comma, integer, row, tell that row, in which row, comma, next, integer, column, tell that column, comma, next. You want to write status, remember.
String.
You want to write as status, pass or fail. So again, one more argument. What argument? String, string, status. Status, comma, and then where you want to write this all into the same file in the same input stream or output stream?
Output string.
You want to write in a new file, right? So again, we have defined one more argument. That argument is called string write Excel file. Do you understand? For writing data, for writing your data, we have to say string set cell data is a method name. Write Excel. Write Excel means writing your own variable. Variable is your choice. Writing Excel means we are creating new Excel file. I told you we have to write into where we have to write outputs always. I told you one folder there. What that folder I told you here in our framework structure?
Test out.
Test
Test
output folder. Yes.
Output.
So that's how we have to write. Now we have to do some formatting for all this here. It will take some time for me to do it. Okay, we'll do it tomorrow. Don't worry. All of you, please don't neglect from now. Create structure, all of you create structure and get ready. Tomorrow we'll complete this Excel method and I'll show you how to reuse this methods for a data-driven framework. Again, we'll work out with one more example and then we'll start keyword, then we'll start hybrid, one by one. Your practice is important. Your practice, before what we work so far is just different here. What we are working is very important in real time. Please do on the same day without negligence. Please don't neglect, all of you guys. I hope you understood me.
Yes.
Yes.
Huh? Yes, do
Yes,
it.
sir.
Do it. Okay, guys. First, create
So the
structure.
complete folder, jar file folder. Can you please share? You have created only one folder for jar files, right? We have separate.
One folder for
Everything.
jar files.
You have created. Uh, you have added jar files now, sir, from only single folder.
I'll
So
share
we
that
have
He will,
folder.
in a
he will
separate
share
folder.
it.
I will share, I will share that folder. You can add
Thank
from
you.
that library folder. I'll share you. You can just add it to your system. Don't worry. Okay, na?
Okay, thank you.
All of you, please take seriously now. From now, these 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, please take seriously. We'll work out. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
See
you.
you. Yeah.
Okay,
See you
sir.
tomorrow. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Tomorrow we'll have 2 hours class. Don't worry.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Bye bye. See you guys.